So we'll start cutting from the salmon. We don't cut the whole salmon because we get the half salmon from our supplier. Because we are so busy, we have to cut a lot of fish, so we don't have that much of time to cut the whole salmon. Then simply we will remove out all the bones. Then we will remove out the belly part bones, slowly like this.
Do you remember how much you feel? Yeah, of course. I made a lot. I did that. Make sure it's really okay. Your father will feel that, what is it? Go on.
So now we will start cutting the salmon sashimi. First, while cutting the salmon sashimi, we will trim out all the salmon, wherever the black part is there, whatever the sides, to give a perfect cut and a clean cut. We will trim out the black part which lies over the skin. We will trim out the bone part. That won't be looking good while we cutting the sashimi, so we will trim out everything over there. Now I will show you two ways of cutting the sashimi. So two ways of cutting sashimi from two part of the salmon. So this is the bottom part of the fish. So while cutting the sashimi, we should cut always against the grain, against the bloodline of the salmon. So this is coming towards me, so I will cut exactly the opposite side. Okay, so coming towards me, the bloodline is towards me, so I will cut opposite by angling it to the 50 degree. So we start cutting from the tail part. So I will start cutting from the tail part sashimi. So just go like this till the end of the salmon. As you can see from the first way, this is how sashimi looks like. Very clean, nice shiny cut. Now we will cut the another way. That's my first way to cut the sashimi. Okay, now I will show you the second way how I cut the sashimi. So we'll do the same. Trim out the segment, trim out each and every part to make a very nice sashimi piece. So as you can see, this is the same. The bloodline is coming towards me. Okay, so now we will not cut the way I saw you before. Now we will cut exactly the opposite from the head part. So the bloodline is coming towards me. I will cut against the bloodline, against the bloodline, against the grain. Okay. So simply this is the most of the chef cut like this way, and I love this way too. Now you can see the precious, very shining, perfect and clean cut of sashimi. Look how beautiful block this is. So now I will show you the upper part of the salmon. So how we cut the sashimi from the upper part. So we will do the same. Every time we will do the same. Trim out all the black part, trim out all the uneven parts of the salmon, so that the sashimi piece will be very nice, looks nice and looks clean if you trim out all the uneven parts from the bone, from the side, everywhere. So exactly the same we cut like before. We can go against the bloodline, so it's going towards the right side. So I can cut it from the head part by angling it to exactly 45 to 50 degree. So the line is going towards left to right, so that I will cut exactly opposite from right to left like this, so that it will be the better finishing on the sashimi. So the line going left to right, we will go right to left with the knife like this. You can see how good looking the sashimi part is, the best. One second, please. So now we will start cutting the nigiri. With the nigiri also it's the same thing. We will start cutting the uneven parts. We will start cutting the black parts of the salmon. So we'll trim out all the lines, all the uneven parts, and use it for the rolls. Okay, we do not throw that. So most of my viewers, they ask, what will you do with the trimming parts? We will do nothing with that trimming part. Simply we will use it as a roll. So it's the same thing with the nigiri also. So the bloodline is coming from left to right, you can see. So we simply go opposite, from right to left. The salmon is going from left to right, we will go right to left. So this is the belly part of the salmon. So we will go like this, and you can see how good the nigiri is. Before we cut the bottom part of the salmon, now we will cut the upper part of the salmon. So basically it's the same thing, but now I will show you for the upper part. I will show you the two way of cutting the nigiri with the upper part, because I love to do invent like a lot of experiment. So we'll do the same thing, trim out all the segments, trim out all the black part, give our salmon a very nice clean rectangular shape, and after that we can start after trimming all these things. So as I tell you, I'll show you the two way of upper part. So we will do the same with this nigiri also. So it's coming from right to left, you can see that. Okay, so if it's coming from right to left, you can cut left to the right like I cut now. So it's coming from right to left, you can see that. So you go left to the right, you can see the nigiri. See the piece. Or else you can start from the top line from right to the left, because the grain is from left to right. So if you go from right to left like this, the best two ways, that one is the first and this is the second. So you can see which line you want on your nigiri.
What?
After cutting all these nigiris and sashimis for the night very busy time, we will use this prep at the busy time. This is how our sashimi looks, and exactly this is how our nigiri looks. And all the trimming parts we use it for the rolls, and another part we have from the middle line, that one we use for the salmon teriyaki. Okay, thanks for watching the video guys, hope you like it. Please subscribe.